everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
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 Good morning.
Good morning. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. Good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Is
Yeah,
my
yeah, good
screen
morning.
visible? Yeah?
Yeah, visible.
Okay. So, before I start, I just wanted to ask you one thing. Last week, I guess, not last week or maybe 4 days or 5 days back, there was a special day called Akshaya Tritiya. Do you know that? All Indians should know this. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, what is the auspicious day on that? What can do that on that particular day?
Buy gold.
Buy gold. Okay. So if you buy gold on that day, what will happen? We have
So
to
we'll
buy
get
gold. Okay, fine. So what will happen?
we'll get more gold.
We'll get more gold.
If- Yeah, it's
It will
As it ha-
remain, it will.
as it
Akshaya
happened,
Patram.
yeah.
I've been buying from every year, but it's never doubled. So what is the belief then?
It's a
Maybe
saying.
in some other way, not only gold, it's in some other way you'll
Maybe
get
a
money.
marketing strategy.
Okay.
It's a saying that whatever you buy, it doubles. Not only gold, whatever you buy, it doubles.
Whatever you buy, it get double. Okay.
Yes.
Prosperity, sign of prosperity, they say.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, I'll show you a small example. Okay. So if you can see my screen, I'll show a small example. Of course, I'll start using ChatGPT for. Okay. Let's say I want to know gold price for last 20 years. You can give me the price for 10 grams. So I'll keep a value as 10 grams. For 10 grams, I need the value. Okay. And I need till 2025. So let's see. So it is going to give me a table with the gold value. Okay. So right from 2005 for 10 grams, it is 7,000. Okay. And in 2025, for 10 grams, it is 79,000. It started with 7,000 in 2005. Okay. So literally, it has started 7,000. Where is 7,000 and where is 75,000 or 79,000. And in the recent times when I purchased last week, it was 94. I don't know how they are calculating that, but I literally paid 94,000 for 10 grams. Now, this is a value of 1 gram gold, which is equal to 8,000 or 9,000. For 10 grams, it is almost 80,000, right? So what you have observed is every year it has increased. Every year it has increased. Every year compared to last year, this year is also increased. Now this is a value of gold. Yesterday, I was talking about big data. I was talking about big data, right? So the data is getting bigger and bigger. People are using apps, applications, websites, and the data is getting bigger and bigger. Now, I always have a question. Why companies want to store this big data? What is the point? And I told you the data is important, right? So if the data is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and every second, right? Every second, if you see how much of data that can generate in 60 seconds, just a blink of eye and wait for 1 minute and see how much of data that is getting generated from different sites. Amazon is making 400 million sales in 1 minute. 1,94,000 apps are downloaded from Play Store in 1 minute. 40,500 pictures has been uploaded in Instagram in 1 minute. And 1,30,000, 39,000 hours of videos has been watched in YouTube. And not only that, 10 million ads has been displayed in 1 minute. Now, all this is getting happening in 1 minute. Okay, in 1 minute. Now, just another information for you. Every minute, you all know this hard disk, right? You would have used in your past, like to store your photos, to store your data. You would have stored this hard disk. So this hard disk, just imagine, just imagine 1,000 hard disks like this is getting filled every minute. That is what is happening in the world, across the world, across all the data that what we have. Every minute, the device that you have, the hard disk, right? Every minute, you can see 1,000 such devices are getting filled. Now let's come to a question. Hey, where can we buy this much of devices? How this is possible? Now I'll tell you. You know why companies are also, see, even though it is storing in this type of devices, let's say like 1,000 devices every minute. Now you may be wondering, how come companies are buying it? How come companies are buying it? Okay, I will tell you. 2014, I was actually buying 10 grams of gold. 2015, I was reduced to buy the number of gold because of the price. So from 10 grams, I started to buy 8 grams. So from 8 grams, I reduced to 6 grams. And this year, I purchased 2 grams. You may ask me the reason. Very straightforward, yeah. The rate is going high. I cannot buy the same number of golds every year because of the price. So that is what I can tell you. But when it comes to a big data, when it comes to big data, I will tell you why companies are interested to store more and more data, even in KSR. If you take, why we are giving you all the recordings for you, why we are giving all the data sets for you, why are we doing all this? Now, here is a screen for you which tells why companies are storing this big data. As simple as because companies can afford. Because companies can afford. Okay, now in 2000, in 2000, right? In 2000, to store 1 GB of data, okay, we have to spend $6. We have to spend $6. If you see here, in 2000, to store 1 GB of data in the storage, we have to spend $6. Okay, so just to give you a INR rupees, $6 means how much? 6 into 85, 510 rupees. Okay, so to store 1 GB of data in 2000, we have to spend 510 rupees. Okay, now let's talk about 2021. It has reduced even more, but I was a bit lazy and to update this slide, so I'll show you in 2021. So in 2021, to store 1 GB of data, hardly you will be spending $0.020. $0.020. Okay, how much is this? I'll quickly open a calculator. 0.020 into 85 rupees is the dollar price. So you will have to spend 1.7 rupees for storing 1 GB of data, right? When gold price is increasing, we obviously tend to buy less because of the value. But when we are going into a generation where to store the data, how much you're spending? How much you're spending? From 500 rupees, which we're paying for 1 GB of data, and today we are just paying 1.7 rupees per GB. Now you tell me, can you afford this? Can you afford this?
Yes.
To store, let's say this is for 1 GB, right? For 10 GB, it will be 17 rupees. Okay? For 10 GB, it is 17 rupees. To store 10 GB of KSR data, we are literally spending 17 rupees. Can anyone tell me what is the price of a tea and coffee? Can anyone tell me what is the price of a tea and coffee if you go to a restaurant?
It's increasing.
Maybe 50.
50 rupees. 50?
80 rupees for filter coffee.
That is less than this. To store your 10 GB of data, you are paying less than a tea coffee price. That is where we are going, right? And that is the reason every company wants to store the data, and the data is getting bigger and bigger, right? So if the same thing cannot happen for gold, just because I purchase 10 grams of gold every year, I cannot buy this year also because of the price. But here, what we have observed is the price of the storage devices, or the where you store the data, is going down. See the graph. That is why companies can afford. People often ask me, how come you wake up at 6:30, you take class? How come you again take class at 8 o'clock? How come you again take class at evening? I'll just tell them, yeah, I can afford it, I can do it. Simple. As in then, the companies are also, they can afford. They can afford to spend this much of amounts for storing the data. Right? Now, how this is being affordable and how the price of the storage is getting down, 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 today's session we'll see that. Okay, in today's session we'll see that. In the last class, I was talking about data engineering, right? I was talking about data engineering. Just a recap of what we have seen. So we were talking about one supermarket, and that is the one supermarket that we are going to build, but instead of products, we are going to build with data. And I was just saying data engineering is a route, followed by we were talking about different use cases, healthcare, telecommunication, banking, all of this use case we were talking about it. And then I was also telling you how the data has been in the demand for the last 20 years and how the growth has been. It's the data is getting bigger and bigger because of these culprits, right? We all use social media applications, and we are all every day we are using social media, right? And not only that, we are made ourselves comfortable by using apps. If you want to eat food, order something. If you want to buy something, order in the Amazon, right? For everything there is an app. For everything is an app. Even if you want to do a haircut, the guy comes to your house. That is also there, right? Those type of things, everything is available. So we are utilizing our applications more and more. Obviously the data is getting generated more and more, right? And now some of the reasons why data is getting bigger and bigger, it's because of internet users, smartphones, sensors, smart devices, IoT, right? So with all this, I've given an example. What if suddenly the data starts flowing in different directions? How do you manage it, right? For that, that is where your data engineering comes into picture. The another name of data engineer, you can consider yourself as a ETL developer. What do you mean by an ETL developer? You're extracting the data from the different data sources, you're transforming the data accordingly according to the business, removing some missing values, duplicates, abnormalities, special characters, white spaces. All of this you'll do in the transformation, and then finally you will load it into a different system, right? And for that, I've also told you what is the importance of unorganized and organized as an example. Now with all this, what I told you, that there are already a traditional system that is available, and are we going to learn anything in this? Definitely no, because all this are on-prem, right? So when I say on-prem has lot of problems. On-prem has lot of problems. So I'll tell you why it is a problem. Today, how much data I can store in an Excel? Maybe maximum 10 lakhs. Maybe if I take any database, Oracle, maybe I can store up to 5 GB. MySQL, I can store up to 2 GB. What about 2 terabytes of data? Every class, when I speak, my voice, my screen share, right? Everything is getting recorded. So every class I speak and it getting recording, it is taking up to 1 GB of data. In the backend, it is taking 1 GB of data. So if every class we have to record for you, how much of data it gets generated? Now how much of data that we have to store it and we have to keep on playing for you? It obviously we should also plan it for storage, right? Now imagine today our entire KSR data is 1 terabyte. As of now, from all the batch people, students, let's say we have 1 terabyte. So where I am storing this 1 terabyte of data, I am not taking that much of risk. We are storing in our laptop itself. My laptop is capable of storing 220 GB, 460 GB, and 460 GB. So 460 plus 460 plus 220, my laptop itself is capable of storing 1 terabyte. So today, any class, any all of your information, your student information, like who has joined from where, what is the payment, all of these details, imagine that I'm storing it in my one laptop. Now, let's say this one laptop, which is equivalent to 1 lakh, to store 1 terabyte of data, tomorrow it is increasing to 10 terabytes. Right, my 1 terabyte of KSR data, just because more students are joining, just because we are tracking more, imagine it is now changing to 10 terabytes. Now answer my question, am I going to buy 10 laptops?
No.
Yes.
Yes, very good. Is it a good way to do it?
No.
Why do you think KSR does not have 10 lakhs?
Then to store the laptop, you will have to make space.
Okay, but still, do you think 10 lakhs is okay, still a small amount? Do you think we can buy this? Do you think we can buy this?
Yes, it is
No,
possible.
Possible?
Yes, you can, but it's not the efficient way of doing it.
See, a simple question. KSR data today, as of today, it is 1 terabytes. I am storing that 1 terabyte in my personal laptop. So tomorrow, let's say more number of students are joining, more number of data we have, and it is increasing to 10 terabytes. Is it feasible to buy 10 laptops, which is going to charge you 10 lakhs? Can I?
No.
No, you cannot. If your computer got crashed, then you'll be
Okay.
lost.
It's not
Add
about,
additional storage.
yeah,
It is
it's, see,
possible.
it's not about 10 lakhs here, right? It's not about 10 lakhs here. Who is going to operate this 10 laptops? Okay.
Yes.
And if you guys know Ramayana, in Ramayana, even Ravana has only 10 heads, not 10 hands, right? We cannot go and operate all these 10 laptops with 10 hands, right? So obviously, I need to hire 10 people. I need to hire 10 people now, right? Now, for 100 terabytes, for 100 terabytes, right? Let's talk about 100 terabytes. And will I go and buy 100 laptops? It will definitely lead to 100 lakhs. 100 lakhs is equivalent to 1 crore. 1 crore, am I going to spend only on laptops? Definitely no.
No. No.
Then suddenly I was thinking about this example. For 10 GB, it is 17 rupees. For 100 GB, it is going to be 170 rupees. For 1000 GB, which is equivalent to 1 terabyte, it is going to charge 1700 rupees. And now comes like 10,000 GB, which is equivalent to, which is equivalent to 10 terabytes. Here for 10 terabytes, I have spent 10 lakhs.
17,
But here it is going to be
17,000.
17,000. Now where is 17,000? Now where is 10 lakhs? So is this an ideal way to buy? Do you think this is the right way to buy?
No.
I can just spend 17,000 just like a value of your phone. One normal Android phone, if you take 15 to 16,000, if you take a device for that, we will be able to store 10 terabytes of data. Now I shown you the price comparison, how the prices of the storage is going down. But how is this possible? All this is possible when you are trying to move to cloud. Okay. So finally, in the today's topic, we are going to learn about cloud. Okay. So here in the yesterday's session, I told you what is data engineering, and today's class you will understand what is cloud data engineer. Okay. So let's try to welcome our topic today, which is going to be cloud. Wherever I go, I always give this example. So just bear with me if you have already heard this example. I'll give you a very small, simple example. Okay. Imagine I want to go to office every day and I need one car. Imagine I want to go to office every day. I want one car. Okay. So this is a normal, decent car in India, right? So now, in order to use this car and maintenance car, let's see how much I have to spend. Since I have to buy a new car for traveling, the price of this car on road price is 18 lakhs, right? 18 lakhs is the price of this car. And you will not just buy car, you will to buy with tax also. So road tax, insurance, another 2 lakhs. And welcome to India, you will have to pay another 18% GST. What is the full form of GST?
Goods and
Social
service tax.
services tax.
Goods sales tax.
Do you all know what is that?
top of all the price.
Without even knowing, you guys are paying 18%. Are you aware of it?
Go- Goods and service tax.
Are
It's
you aware of it?
general sales
Why are you
tax.
paying this? Why it is required? On what product GST is applied and what products GST is not applied? Are you aware of it?
Yes, yes. So there are certain norms from government. Some products have 5%, 8% luxury. So they are dividing the tax rate on that. So this is a special tax in all products, whatever we are going to purchase
What is the
by
GST for?
government.
What is the GST for alcohol?
There is no GST on alcohol.
Is it?
That I don't know.
What is the
So
GST
for
for?
gold for 3%.
If you go and buy a groceries, have to pay GST?
Yes,
You go and eat in restaurant, have to pay GST?
yes, yes. It is there.
Yes,
Tell
yes.
tell me one place where you don't pay GST.
Fine.
Okay. Anyway, the discussion is not about GST. I'm just telling you, GST adds you another 3.6 lakhs. Now, every day I have to travel to office 50 kilometers, which is going to eat up 5 liters of petrol, which is every day 600 rupees. For 20 days, it is going to kill 12k. And if I'm using every day for 50 kilometers, obviously, if I use it for 20 days, I will have to maintain also, right? Maintenance is required. Black stylish color car, so obviously you need cleaning. And traveling in Bangalore, it's always traffic and your car will be filled with dust, so you need to clean it. So every day cleaning 150 rupees per month, it is going to be 3000 overall. Literally you guys are spending 20k for traveling to office, right? Now, not only 20k, not only 20k, you're also going with an initial cost of 23 lakhs, right? So you're literally spending 23 lakhs as an initial investment, including GST, buying a car, road tax, insurance, all of this. Now, I'll add fuel to this. Apart from this 23 lakhs, every month you're spending 20k to maintain your car for your petrol or diesel, maintenance, washing, cleaning, all of this. And if you are like frustrated in driving, because obviously your car, you have to drive. So more than maintenance and this, you will be very hectic because you have to face the traffic. Facing traffic will one of the worst situation you will face, because you will start getting the tension, right? You'll feel hectic and you'll have to carefully drive because it's a new car. If someone comes and just touches and it is a scratch, you'll feel bad. And for all the guys in this group, your car is your like your first wife. Agree? Agree? You take care in a very good manner. And what happens?
Yes.
You have to carefully drive. All this why tension, correct? So you will be very hectic, you will have to take care. And okay, let's say I'll have a driver, I will hire a driver, another 15,000 you have to pay. Now all this, is it really required to travel to office? As simple as that. Let me tell you, none of the KSR founders has a car. I'm telling you open statement, none of the KSR founders have a car. You know why? Why all this year? 23 lakhs you have to spend. 20,000 per month. And if I want to drive from one place to another place, I will have to go for driving. I will have to take care. Tension, hectic, stress. I don't know how many words I need to add. Well, make your life very simple. Just hire a Ola and Uber. Just book it in your app. Very simple. No maintenance, no petrol, no cleaning, no insurance, no initial investments, Just pay 650 rupees per day. Like you go 50 kilometers, let's say 300 rupees. Let's come back 350 rupees. So about 650 rupees I'm paying. The average cost is just 13,000 rupees. Now where is 20,000? Where is 13,000? Now you need not think too much about all the other cost, right? The moment you enter the car will be very clean, right? You need not pay maintenance, no petrol, no cleaning. And in fact, trust me, while going to office, I will sleep and go. No one is going to stop me. I'm watching reels and I'm going to office. But that's what not the case for this example. Do you think you can do something while driving? No. But here, I can freely talk to anyone and go, right? I can freely sleep and go. I can even watch reels and go. No tension, no hectic, no driving. Just pay money. They'll give the best service. Now, why are these companies, Ola and Uber, famous? Because they're making our work easier. Literally, I'm telling you, none of the KSR founders have car because we always believe in making our life smooth. Just pay money. Just go there, go here, wherever you want you go. Right? Now Ola is there, Uber is there, Rapido is there. Okay, you may ask me, if I have this car, I will go for long weekend, I can drive, I can enjoy with my family. And you know what? That is also possible. You can take a rental car, right? You can take a rent for 3 to 3 days, and you can try any car. BMW you can take, Audi you can take, any car you take, just pay the rent for 2 3 days and you can drive it, if that is a really one thing which is stopping you. Now all this, let me tell you, it's 100 times better. You know why? Your life is easier. You need not buy and maintain this. The reason, this is like buying your own server, like your on-prem. For example, as I told you, as I give an example, to buy this 10 laptops I have to spend 10 lakhs. It's like buying your own new laptops for your own. Why should I do that? There are companies which is going to do this, right? So like that, Ola and Uber are the guys, are the companies who are going to provide you services. Just like that. Just like that. For storing your data, for processing your data, there are few companies which is going to provide you the service, and you just need to pay them monthly bill. You just need to pay them quarterly bill. And what are those companies? Well, this is a comparison between on-prem versus cloud, right? Owning a house, renting a house, owning a car, using Ola and Uber, cooking at home, ordering food, right? So all these are the examples which I can give you. And in fact, now we are just talking about GBs of data, but we are somewhere around gigabytes of data that is getting generated by 2025. And people who are not aware what is this ZB, ZB stands for zettabyte, and zettabyte, if you see, it's 10 to the power of 21, right? So just see here, it is 1 zettabyte equal to 10 to the power of 21. So as of today, the data that is getting generated is 175 zettabytes, and we are still talking about GBs and terabytes. But in the world, the data has been grown to 175 zettabytes. Now how can I store all of this? Where can I store all of this, right? I cannot buy laptops, I cannot buy computers, I cannot buy hard disk. Well, that is where there are 3 to 4 companies who have come to us saying that, hey, don't worry, just like Ola and Uber is giving you services, let me also give you service. You just think about your business, we will take care of your data, we will take care of your data, and we will take care of your data. Who are they? It's none other than AWS, GCP, and Microsoft Azure, and the fourth one is Huawei, right? Now all these are the cloud services which they're going to provide us for our problems. Yesterday, I told you as a data engineer, you will have only 2 problems. One is yes and one is P. So when you go and work for some companies, the company may face only two problems. One is a storage issues and one is a processing issues. And these four companies which you're seeing on the screen, they come and say that, hey, don't worry guys, you just pay monthly bill. I will take care of your data. Imagine you have 10 terabytes of data. You give it to us. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. You just need to store the data with us, and every single day we'll try to protect your data as much as possible. As simple as that. As simple as that. Right? Me driving a car and someone taking me in a car is two different scenarios. And I have opted for a person who can help me to handle this storage and processing problem. Well, welcome to cloud services. These are the top four cloud services, not in a particular order, but these are the four cloud services which most of the companies are using. And undoubtedly, I can tell you that AWS stands on top, and Microsoft Azure is a second best cloud service, followed by GCP, followed by Huawei. Now the choice is yours. Now the choice is yours. Would you like to go with GCP? Would you like to go with AWS? Or would you like to go with Azure? When you want to travel from one place to another place, right? A straightforward question for you. There are three ride sharing apps which can help for you, right? You have Ola, you have Uber, and you have Rapido. Now, straightforward, I'm asking, which one you will opt? Which one you will opt?
Uber.
Uber. Cost
Which one?
effective. Good service.
One is saying Ola, one is saying Uber, and one is saying Rapido. Because depending on their usage, depending on their satisfaction, they use it. You may be a Uber user, but I'm a Ola user, right? I like Ola more. Maybe Ola was very convenient for me, right? Maybe Uber, I had a couple of instances where I was not liking the service, so I stopped using Uber. But you may not experience that. For you, Uber would have been better. Ola would have had a complaints, so maybe you would have choose a Uber. So all the four cloud services which you see on the screen, each one has a different fan base. Each one has a different fan base. You can consider this four um, cloud services are four IPL teams. Each IPL team has their own fan base, right? So which IPL team has the highest fan base?
Chennai.
RCB.
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 Any die-hard RCB fans here?
Mumbai Indians.
Mumbai Indians.
Yes, Santosh.
So which team is having potential to win the cup this time?
RCB. Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Let's see.
Mumbai.
Another 20 days, right? Today is what, fifth or sixth? Yeah, another 20 days. We have finals. Let's wait and watch. Okay, come back to the topic. Now, just like four different teams have four different fan base, here even in the cloud also, we have different companies who always go with a specific cloud. If you want to work in Microsoft, if anyone has a dream company to work in Microsoft, for you guys, learning Amazon may not be helpful, because Microsoft company will use their own cloud only. Why will they go and use AWS? Right? Now, imagine your dream company is Google. You want to join Google. Then there's no point in learning Microsoft, because Google will use Google product only. Now, that's what I'm trying to tell. There is nothing superior than one other, right? I cannot say Ola is better than Uber, or I cannot say Uber is better than Ola. I cannot do that. Both has pros and cons. Similarly, I am not here to tell you that this cloud is better, this cloud is not better. No, it all has different fan base. Different companies use their different cloud. Let's say in my company, XYZ company, we started to use Microsoft. So it's going good. The services are good. They're providing good service. They're helping us. The pricing is less. It's a decent monthly price we pay. Everything is going good. As long as I face issues, I will never think about other cloud. The other cloud may be even better, but I'm not thinking too much. As of now, my services are good. So like that, all the three clouds, GCP, AWS and Azure, all three are in a great demand. So doesn't matter which cloud you are, if you are aware of Microsoft Azure, you will be called as Azure Data Engineer. If you know AWS, you will be called as AWS Data Engineer. If you know GCP, you will be called as GCP Data Engineer. And if you know all three, you will be called as Cloud Data Engineer. So I strongly recommend to know more than one cloud because your opportunities are skyrocketing like anything, right? I have seen in the last 1 year market, and this see, we were teaching only Azure, right? A year back this course was only for Azure Data Engineer, but now according to the trend we have also changed it. We observed that people are looking for multiple skills, multiple cloud, so that is the reason we are also helping you to learn all three clouds. So from our course, you will be learning GCP, you'll be learning AWS, and you will be learning Microsoft Azure. But if you ask me in what depth level you will learn, you will be learning majority of the things in Azure, right? So that's going to be our primary cloud. We will learn everything in this cloud, right? We'll be learning everything in this cloud, and we'll try to relate this with other two clouds. Okay, so that's how it is. If you guys imagine you guys are booking cab for the first time. For the first time when you book, you go to a Ola app. You don't know how to book. Someone is teaching you. This is a source, this is a destination you have to give, this is your location, this is how you can pay. We will teach you. We will teach you how to book a cab, how to use it, how to pay it, everything we will teach you. And again, imagine on that particular day Ola is not working, you have to choose Uber. Will you again come back to me for teaching the Uber application? Definitely no. You already know the process. Only the app is different. Only the user interface is different, and you will do by yourself. And that's our motto here. We will try to learn one cloud completely. That we will relate it to other clouds. User interface will be different. Services name will be different. And as simple as that, you can simply go and use other cloud. So that will be our motto of learning all three. Who knows? With this Microsoft Azure knowledge, you can even apply for Amazon company. They may ask you how. You can say that not only Microsoft Azure services, I've also worked with AWS services. You already know the relation, how each and every service is going to be compared with all the other services. So you know it. So you can easily apply for any role, any company which is looking for any cloud knowledge, you can go and learn, right? But as I said, the importance is given to Azure. So Azure is a cloud computing platform. You simply go and request for certain resources. You request for certain resources, right? And you go to internet, you ask them what you need, and they are going to give you the required services. So it's an online portal where you will get all the resources. You want a storage support, you want a processing support, all of this you will be getting as part of your cloud service, right? Now it has total of 200 services, and in this 200 services we will not be learning all 200, right? It's as simple as saying that you go to a restaurant, you see in a menu bar, in the menu you see 200 items. Are you going to taste all 200 items? Definitely no. What is your need, what is you want, only that you will go and use it. Similarly, even though it has 200 services, we are not going to use certain services here. Okay, for example, mobile. You can build a mobile application with the help of Azure service. But do you think we will be teaching this? Definitely no. You can build a website, right? Just like your IRCTC website or your Redbus website or even like your ICICI application, bank application. You can build an application by using Azure service. Do you think I'm going to teach you this? Definitely no. You can become a YouTube star by editing YouTube videos, right? You can edit all your reels, photos, pictures, everything you can do. But are you going to learn this? Definitely no, not particularly in this course. Then what are we going to learn? We have a problem with storage. We have a problem with processing. So this type of services where it is really needed for us, that is what you're going to learn. Okay, so this will be the process that we are going to follow. What are the services that is really important for us? We know that as and then we go for a company, we will have two main problems. One is a storage problem, one is a processing problem, and that is what we will be learning here, right? So this will be the services that we'll be focusing. Now, I always keep stressing this, why knowing all three is going to be very effective. Okay, the straightforward answer, the market demand is high. The clients see, usually I'll tell you what is happening in the recent days. Okay, I'm a very good user of Ola. Okay, I've been using Ola for the last 5 years. One bad incident, it is making me to switch to Uber. That is what is happening. Now, a lot of companies are keep on migrating from AWS to Azure, Azure to AWS, AWS to GCP. I don't know if someone yesterday told me that even in their company they are moving from on-prem to GCP. Right? I don't know who is that, but I remember this yesterday's
Yes,
question.
Santosh, Prasad here.
Yeah.
In
So
the rest of the
yesterday you told me that you're in your company you're moving from on-prem to GCP, right? The
correct.
same project, I'm also working in one of the project where we are moving the data from on-prem SSAS to AWS. So my client is preferring AWS, your client is preferring GCP, right? So that's always the market that is happening. Clients keep on switching the requirements, they keep on changing the services. They always look at the cost as well, because nothing comes for free. If I want to store this on the cloud, I will have to pay. For example, if I want to store this 100 or maybe let's say that 110 terabytes, I will have to pay 17,000. Let's say one cloud is charging 16,500. Let's say they are charging 16,000. So obviously I will have to take care of this, because 1,000 is still a profit for me, right? So like this, we will have to consider. So knowing all three cloud, definitely it's going to be a added advantage. But don't expect to master GCP and AWS in this course. I am telling you upfront, we will not teach you in depth at a high level what you have learned in Azure. The same way, we will show you couple of examples how this can be related. Okay, so if we are spending around 40 hours on Azure, we will be spending 10 hours on other two cloud services. We will not spending 40 hours in AWS, 40 hours in GCP, because the primary focus of this particular course is given to Microsoft Azure with the added knowledge of GCP and AWS. Okay, so with this, we'll see the roadmap. In order to become a cloud data engineer, you need to know SQL, you need to know Python, you need to have the complete data warehousing knowledge, like how to set up a superstore market, the same way how to set up a database that you need to know. And finally, you need to have a Hadoop and Spark knowledge. Big data is not a technology, big data is a problem. For that problem, we have two solutions. One is Hadoop and Spark, and we'll be learning that Hadoop and Spark as part of this course. And then finally, whatever we are doing in SQL, whatever we are doing in Python, whatever we are doing all of this, we will have to do it in cloud. And that cloud we'll be learning is Azure, AWS and GCP. Okay, so this will be the roadmap. What is SQL? SQL is a language which is used to communicate to database. Only with database you can talk. Okay. What if I want to talk to outside database? What if I want to talk to any other tool? Don't worry. For that also we have a programming language called Python. With the help of Python, you can talk to any tool in this world. For that you have to write a code. and that will be Python. With the SQL and Python knowledge, you will build up a setup. And in order to build setup, I got to know that my area is not good enough to store all the products for building a supermarket. So what I will have to do? I will have to learn Hadoop and Spark. This becomes a solution. But the solutions which I cannot do it in my laptop, or I cannot do it in my own personal server. I will have to take it to cloud for betterment. For that we will be using cloud services. So this will be the roadmap. Okay. Now, a small point which I want to discuss. Okay. So please listen carefully. What you have learned yesterday and today, this is called Masterclass of Cloud Data Engineer, where I have given you complete idea about what is this Cloud Data Engineer. Now, after today, we will have to learn technical subject, right? We will have to go and learn technical subject. From tomorrow onwards, we will be learning Python. We will be learning Python. 1 month back, we have started this cloud engineer where we have completed SQL. So a lot of people were already part of SQL. But now at this stage, we are taking a new admissions for Python. And that is why I will have to go and give you another 2-day session of Masterclass. From tomorrow, Python starts. So guys who have joined yesterday for the first time, for you directly will be jumping into Python. The guys who have joined last month, they have already completed SQL with us and they are going to learn Python from tomorrow, right? So there are two type of people, the guys who have joined a month back and the guys who are going to join now. So if you're joining now, for you directly we'll be starting Python. Now you may ask me a question. Oh, I'm very new. I don't know SQL. Directly, if I learn Python, how will I understand? Let me tell you, SQL and Python are not related to each other. You can continue to learn Python in our 6:30 batch, that is which we are currently taking. From tomorrow, you be with us. You learn Python with us, right? We will go in a flow. Now, the 1 month which we have already completed for SQL, you need not worry. In KSR, you can join any batch, any trainers SQL. That is, we don't have any restriction. For data engineering, we'll teach SQL. For data science, we'll teach SQL. For data analytics, we teach SQL. So SQL is mandatory if you are choosing any data-driven technologies. So if you have missed SQL, if you have not joined 1 month, don't worry. You can join any course. You will be given flexibility of choosing any trainers, any SQL in our KSR. Or if you feel like, no, in this particular batch itself, I want SQL. Once you get registered, you will get the SQL recordings also. The one which I've completed in the last 1 month, that recordings also you will get. So the flexibility is yours. If you want to choose SQL from any other course, from any other trainers, we have lot of batches. At 8 o'clock we have batch, maybe evening we have batch, maybe late night we have batch. You can choose any batch SQL. You can attend with us live sessions and then you can continue with us from Python here. That is the first option if you are really preferring a live recording, live classes. Or if you feel like, okay, fine, Python I will go win online. SQL which I've already completed last month, maybe we'll go with recordings. That is also up to you. So the choice is yours. If you are attending from SQL, the course duration will be 5 months, right? It will be 5 months. But if you're starting today, for you it will be only 4 months because you're directly starting with Python. But provided in this 4 months, somehow you have to complete your SQL also. Morning Python, evening SQL, you can parallelly do it so that you will be able to complete in 4 months. Okay, so I will give you time to ask more questions on this roadmap towards the end, but this is how we follow. We have already started this in the month of March, but we started with SQL. A lot of guys are very new. Maybe we started with SQL. Now we are going to the second phase. For second phase Python, we are accepting new admission. So a lot of guys who are coming new for now, you need not worry because SQL we will cover with you again, but not in this particular time. It will be a different timings for that, where you can go for that, or you can go with recordings, or if you really want to attend live class, you can attend any batch in KSR. Will be flexible to attend SQL. So that is one add-on for you. If you're starting today, within 4 months you can complete the course, provided you also follow the SQL. It's just 25 hours of SQL which we have covered in the last 1 month. So it is responsible, it is your responsible to somehow complete that before we go to the cloud. Okay, so this is a roadmap, and I've been seeing every year the demand for data engineers has been increasing, both in terms of opportunities as well as the package. So I'm literally seeing 50 to 60% growth in terms of both package as well as the openings, and 26 to 28 it is going to be very peak for data engineers. So this is a right time for you to upskill. Now maybe I should have redesigned this slide. I should have given a slide where there is no opportunity for data engineers, but unfortunately I did not find it. Okay, if you tell me any one domain, telecommunication, healthcare, retail, digital, travel, telecom, you take any domain, tell me one domain where data is not involved. That is where data engineers will also be not required. Is there any field in this world where data is not used?
No.
What about agriculture? Is data used?
Definitely yes.
Yes. In
Yes.
that case, the opportunity for data engineer will be there for every single client. You work for retail client, you work for healthcare, you work for telecom, you work for e-commerce, you work for banking, you work for any domain, the demand for data engineers is always at very high. Okay. So expected salary, if you are a 2 years of experience, obviously you will expect 4 lakhs. That's a normal role. If you're a Java developer or if you're testing with a normal role, you'll get 2x times your experience. For example, if you're 5 years of experience, you'll get somewhere around 12 to 13 lakhs if it's a normal role. But it's a demandful role, that is for your data engineers. I have seen people even getting 4x times their experience. For example, if you have a 5 years of experience, I've seen people getting 20 to 25 lakhs package. I'm not saying, the past history of KSRC is saying that people who have got trained on data engineering are easily getting 4x times their experience. If you're 10 years experience, you can easily get 40 lakhs. And it also depends on multiple factors. What is your current package? Which company you are staying? All of this also matters. But on an average, I've seen 4x times is the salary data engineers are getting. Okay. So understanding the market, the job market is wide open for data engineers. We have lot of openings, but we don't have the talented guys in the market. So that is one advantage for you. You can definitely go and master this. Okay. And banking has the highest data engineers, because banking applications are huge to take care of all the customers. And we can also see this is the hottest skill in the market, and the highest package within the range of 8 to 10 years, we've also seen 60 lakhs per annum. Okay, so this is few of the statistics which what we have observed in the last 2 years. And one question that you guys will have is, can I go for this course? I come from this background, I come from that background. So, is it a right course for me, right? So, let me tell you, definitely I'll answer all of your questions, but in generalized, if I want to answer this, who can go for this course? The first thing is, if you want to look for career growth. Okay, I'm working for a company, I'm already working employee, but I don't have enough package. I want to get into a good company. Maybe this is a good opportunity for you to choose, because if you choose the top skill, obviously you will be paid well. So for career growth, you can definitely go for it, right? And personally, I'm telling you, it's been 11 years in the market. Okay, I have seen lot of recessions in my 11 years of experience, but not even one time I was affected. You know why? Because I'm aware of all the data driven technologies and I was always up to date. Lot of colleagues in my team in Microsoft, they got fired during the layoff happened during the COVID time, but I was untouched. Simple reason, every year I used to upgrade myself and I was always on track. So if you keep on upgrading, if you keep on keeping that as a part of your improvement in your skills, you keep on learning, you keep on upgrading, you need not fear about layoffs, you need not about firing, right? So that's one thing which you can always think about it. See, I can easily say that my life is settled, but still I go and keep on learning new things. The reason, I need to make sure that I always be upgraded to my market standards. So learning is a ever-ending process. Okay, as in then you see a lot of memes. First you learn, then you remove L, which is nothing but earn. So a lot of memes are there, right? It's a straightforward example for you. Keep learning. That's the one way to stay stable in your IT, right? And freshers can give a try. So freshers always has a back seat with respect to any role, but compared to Java and Python, only focusing on that, only focusing on testing, choose a data engineering, data science, which will give you a boost to your skill. Because I started my career with data itself. So who knows? Today it could be a hurdle for you, but you will get opportunities, but it will be limited opportunities. If you can crack that, your life also is going to be too good in future, right? And people who want to switch from non-technical to technical, I'm working in a very hectic job, it's a non-IT, it's no growth. Well, don't worry, we'll change your role to a technical role, and no need to fear about it. Nothing is impossible, anyone can master anything. This is not a rocket science, like we are not going to learn how rocket flies. No, it's very simple. We are already going to learn the problem, we know it. We have to manage storage and processing. How are we going to do it, and how are we going to do it specifically in the cloud? That is what we are going to learn. So this is a very good opportunity for the guys who are looking for high package and who want to switch from non-IT to IT. This is a very, very good opportunity for you to choose this. Okay, but let me tell you, choose this only if you are willing to learn coding. If you are in the mindset, no, I will not learn coding, then please don't join, because coding is mandatory. But I will make it easy. We will be teaching you everything from scratch. Okay. So with this, after completing this course, you will become an expert in SQL Python with a regressive practice, with all the assignments, all the online practice. You will definitely become a master in SQL and Python, and we will also helping you will also be helping you in building the ETL projects, and we'll be doing 4 projects, and we'll be focusing on all the real-time projects which you can showcase on your resume. Okay, so by end of this course you'll be learning SQL, Python, PySpark, and more focus will be on Azure. And I don't want to say this, but still, why KSR? You will always have a question. There are a lot of other institutes in the market, and online materials are there, online sites are there, YouTube channel is there, everything is there. But personally, I'm telling you, I'm not a trainer. Okay, I'll be very frank with you. I'm not a trainer, I'm a working employee. So what I do in the companies, and that is what I'm teaching you here, right? So that real-time experience you will get it here, right? I'm not reading anything in from books or documents and coming back and telling you here. Every class is going to be a related class. What I experience in my company, the same examples I'll be bringing here. So 100% real-time scenarios guaranteed. What is not guaranteed? If you're looking for a trainer who is very good in communication, who is very good in professionalism, right? Like every day he will come back with some PPTs, he will come back with presentations and all, and will well documented notes, handwritten notes. I'm not that kind of trainer, because that's not my role. My role is I'm working for a company. So 100% real time experience is guaranteed. But don't look for like a classroom training, like what your classroom, they'll write the notes on the notebook and you will be giving a notes. It's not like that. It's completely going to be a real time scenarios. So all the examples which I'm going to give, it's going to be a live examples. 100 plus of hours will be teaching you here, and we'll be doing 8 to 10 pipelines with 4 projects. And one important thing what you guys will face, maybe you have learned from YouTube or you have learned from any other source, but you don't know how to showcase that project in your resume. So that is where we'll give you one-on-one support, that is interview guidance, resume preparations. You keep listening me for next 100 days, you will also learn soft skills, right? How to speak to clients, how to speak to your meeting, how you have to progress, how you have to show your progress, and how you can showcase your work. All of this you will learn, because whatever I do in my project, the same thing I'm going to showcase here. Okay, so this is one stop shop. And I should also tell you negative, this is all positives about KSR, but it's fine that if I can tell you some of the negatives also. Please don't join KSR if you're looking only for job. Like, I want only job. No. We are here to help you with real-time experience. You have to sit and practice, right? So don't come with a mindset that, okay, if I join KSR, I'll get a job. No. Here we will be focusing on learning only. Learn with us for 4.5 months, and then you will see you will be able to survive in the real time. Okay. If you are if you're like, we will be tracking your assignments, we'll be giving you assignments, we will have to do project with us, we will have to practice along with me. All this will be tracking. Okay, it's not like an institute where you come, you pay, and you just live. No, we will be tracking all of your task. If tomorrow there is any openings that is there within our circle, first thing is we will refer you. So please take this as an advantage, right? We will track you, whatever the work which you're doing, how many classes you're attending, and how much of assignments you're completing on time. All this will be tracked, we will be observing. It's like you are entering, instead of entering into a KSR Datavision, you can assume that you are entering into a big boss house, because we observe you. All the sites we have kept a CCTV camera which will observe you. How many days you're attending the class, how many assignments we are doing it, how many projects you are doing it. All of this we are going to track. If you don't want this tracking, please don't join KSR. Okay, so if I'm telling you positive, I should also tell you negative, right? So if you don't want to be tracked, why are they tracking? It's my money, I will join wherever I want. Why this guy has to track me? If you are in that mindset, please don't join. Okay, so with this, I would like to give time for you to ask questions, and I can answer all of your questions. Mahesh is also there, so we can answer all of your questions. The course will be for 5 months. Okay, the course will be for 5 months, and the course will be, the classes will be from Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. It may go up to 8 o'clock also, right? So this will be 5 days a week, and most of the projects, scenarios, real-time experience, all of this will cover it on Saturdays and Sundays. Maybe initial days you may not have the classes, but while we go to the next level, you'll have some extra classes. Okay, so this will be there, and from tomorrow onwards we'll be starting with Python, right? This is going to be a completely practical class. Tomorrow you may see bit theory, but after that it's completely going to be a practical class. So we'll be learning SQL, we'll be learning Python, we'll be learning big data, PySpark, and finally we'll be learning Azure, followed by AWS, GCP. Okay, so this will be the roadmap that what we'll be learning, and I'll be the trainer for the complete set of course, right? And we will also give you one-on-one support for your resume preparation. Okay, for example, you have already worked in a company, so we will, you don't know how to frame the data engineering projects, we are here to help you. Okay, so any questions?
Santosh, on a hardware part, what type of laptop is will be reliable for this practice?
See, first of all, we are going for cloud. Okay, so we don't need any costly laptops. A simple i5 configuration with a decent 16 GB RAM should be more than enough, because your laptop is required for your SQL practice and Python practice. After that, everything will be going for cloud. So don't go and buy a laptop for 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs and all. A simple i5 configuration should be good enough. And I would prefer Windows.
Okay.
Hi Santosh, Owen here.
Yeah.
I've seen Airflow and Kafka are needed for this. Is it really?
See, it's not
Are we carrying
mandatory.
this?
It's not mandatory. What you're going to do it in Kafka, what you're going to do in Airflow, we are already going to learn within Azure. In Azure, we have a Azure Streaming Analytics, which is useful for real-time streaming data. And in Azure, we have a Azure Logic Apps, which exactly does what your Airflow does. So we'll be learning that as part of the course. If you know that, you can easily go and learn
Thanks.
Airflow as well. But as part of our course, we'll be focusing more on Azure.
Sure. Thanks.
Hi, Santosh.
Yeah. Tell me.